Hello guys and welcome. So in this video I'm going to be talking about working smarter, not harder, and the positive effect it can have on your personal finance. Thank you for watching the video so far. Remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell to help with the YouTube algorithm. Now back to the video. So what I mean by that is being able to effectively cut corners. So there is this sort of social expectation. You shouldn't cut corners. You should work hard. You should do everything to the absolute maximum if you want to be successful. But look at me, okay? I'm debt free. I run 6 YouTube channels and I live stream 5 to 7 hours a day. How am I able to do that? It's because I work smarter, not harder. Simple as that. There's no way I'd be able to grind 100% on all like 7 of my channels if I was doing it 100%. So an example of cutting corners, for example, is the thumbnails on this channel, this personal finance channel. I didn't make these. I went onto Fiverr.com and I found a artist that I liked. I paid her $10 and she made me 10 thumbnails. Simple as that. So I spent a little bit of money, sure, but it saved me a huge amount of work. I'm not an artist. I'm sure I could have learned Photoshop. I could have learned to be a graphic designer. I could have done it all myself if I worked hard. But I didn't want to. I've got other things to do. I work smarter in that case. Now, how that applies to personal finance is basically my how to make a plan video, which I've now linked to all of my videos because I think it's very important, is about how to manage your time, for example, how to get things done. So, and looking at your bank balance every day, even if it only takes you 30 seconds, that's worth it, So it's about prioritizing. It's about thinking what is actually worth putting your time and effort into, you know, like, is it important for my goals for me to do this? Is it going to give me the results I want? So, for example, for a long time, my goal or my mind eye, whatever you want to call it, was set purely on I want to be debt free. What do I need to do to become debt free? Everything was about that. Everything was focused on that. That's why I made this channel, for example, to keep me focused. And that's why I have my to-do list. That's why I was doing the monthly financial updates to see how close I was to becoming debt free. And so on and so on and so on. So, and the thing is, with a lot of the advice that I give about personal finance, it actually also applies to your life, to you as a person, not just to your bank balance. So, for example, by me optimizing and running 6 YouTube channels, eventually it could lead to a lot of income, a lot of extra income. So I already get a decent income from my main YouTube channel that I've been building for a while. But having 5 others, like if all 6 of my YouTube channels gave me a paycheck every month, oh my god, that would be amazing, you know what I mean? And then Twitch brings me some money as well. So basically, think about the long term, but also as well, don't kill yourself trying to get to this point in the future, basically. Like, because simply, if you grind 100%, all that would happen, in my experience, is you burn out and you don't maintain it every single day. So by working smarter, you're able to work towards your goal, which also covers the concept of baby steps. So you can see with a lot of my videos, if you've watched a lot of them, that the principles are similar. They just have a lot of, different titles, but the concept is exactly the same. Work smarter, not harder. Take baby steps. Make a plan. Work towards becoming debt-free. Chip away at it every single month, and so on and so on. It's always the same thing, and it's always the same message. So I hope this is useful for you. This is just like one of the things I think about all the time, basically, to try and keep my eye on the prize all the time. And if the video is helpful for one person, it was worth making. Simple as that. So let me know in those comments down below, is this useful for you and so on? Because like I said, the social expectation is you have to work hard, you have to do everything 100%, you can't cut any corners, blah, 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 and then you'll be successful. But I'll be perfectly honest, the people who tend to say that are unsuccessful. So think about that. Think about it. Like in the future, hopefully I'll be able to say I ran 6 YouTube channels and I live streamed. And I still had time for myself. I could still live a normal life as well. How did you do that? There's nothing special about me. I'm not Superman. I'm not. In fact, I'm probably one of the most laziest people you'll ever meet. My friends would tell you that. So, um, just think about it. The importance of working smarter, not harder. But I'll leave it at that so I don't ramble. So anyway, guys, I've linked 2 other videos to this video. Check them out, especially the how to make a plan and stick to it video. It's very, very important. It's one of the core videos and the concept of this entire channel. And this channel is to help you become debt-free and work towards financial independence.